But I realized I saw the promo for Lady Ballers, and I
Yeah.
immediately went and got on the thing. Talk to me about that a little bit before we get into this crazy stuff. Tell me about that experience about Lady Ballers and what that was for you guys. Hilarious movie, but I kind of felt like it also, as wild as the shit was on that show,
Yeah.
it's real. This is what's going on here. So it was
Yeah.
also probably one of the best message movies I think of the year, and probably 5 years, man. Of everything.
Dude, well, number one, I appreciate it. Yeah, they stopped making comedies like that. It seems like in the 2000s. I mean, shoot,
Yeah.
I grew up with like Old School and Wedding Crashers and stuff like that, where we're able to laugh at ourselves, and everybody wasn't worried about being so PC. And look, we're we're the sports show for the Daily Wire. We're on YouTube. We're on all that stuff, but we really don't get political outside of the men and women sports thing. And like that, to me, that's not even political though. That's just common sense. It's like, it's not political for me to turn on my blinker when I'm on the interstate. It's a safety thing. Like, men shouldn't play in women's sports. I really, to be honest with you, I don't know anybody who actually really believes that that should happen. Like, I've never met anybody that's like, man, I just think that men should just play in women's sports. Like, I really truly believe that, because it's ridiculous, man. At the end, I don't care. Look,
I'm a fan
I don't care
of Dawn
who you voted
Staley.
for.
I was very, very, very upset at Dawn Staley.
Well, see, like some of these women are scared. These high-level women are scared to come out and say anything against it because they're worried about the backlash and losing sponsorships. And listen, I understand. I got a mortgage to pay. I got a wife. I've got bills I have to pay. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to sell my soul and sit here and die on some, for lack of a better term, dumbass hill of men and women's sports. I mean, the fact that we're even having to talk about this, like it's even a thing, to me just shows, I mean, how far off the deep end some of this stuff has gone. So yeah, we made fun of it because it should be made fun of. And I
think anybody who's got a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister,
like
a wife, a mom. If you got a mom, you got to have a problem with this.
Yeah, like again, if you're just a man, just like listen, I don't care if you're gay, straight, that thing where you dress up like a penguin and rub a balloon in the kitchen. But I think we can all agree that men shouldn't play in women's sports, and so we made fun of it. And yeah, they paid us to dunk on chicks and talk trash. So it was wild. It was fun though.
When David like slammed that girl wrestling, I was like,
oh my God. Like, dude, literally I'll never forget. They like got in the van and went to this other place to shoot that scene. And when he came back, it was actually my brother that did it. When he came back, he was just sitting down by himself. And I was like, dude, what's the matter? He's like, bro, I just had to slam the stunt girl, like slam her like 15 times. He's like, it just, I don't know. And it's hilarious. It's like the opening thing on the trailer. When you watch the trailer, it got like 15 million views. But I mean, that's to the point where we've gotten. I mean, Fallon Fox beat the hell out of a bunch of chicks in the UFC. They let a dude just crack skulls in there. So look, at the end, that's why I'm just ready for football season. You ain't got to worry about that anymore after the Sarah Fuller experiment.
Well, I'm glad that you guys did it, though. To me, that was such a big. I think it took balls. It took balls. Plain and simple, it took balls for you guys to do it. I was excited about it. It was hilarious. I mean, funny
I appreciate
stuff.
It, man.
But it was outlandish. But the real world is outlandish right now.
Yeah, it's actually slowly
absolutely outlandish.
The more time that goes on, it's turning into a documentary. Like the more, that's how crazy this stuff's getting.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I kind of got to where I was watching you guys all the time. But